morning. It's the last day of September 2020. And we're looking at this is Wargamer magazine number 30 from 1984. Looking at $8. We're going to look at the game in it, Stars and Bars, which is Battle of Perryville, Kentucky, during the war between the states. Here you got Braxton Bragg, and here you got the Union Commander General Don Carlos Buell, right? So, give you some background. It was the biggest battle fought in the state of Kentucky, I do believe. A noted battle. Kentucky was early on in the war. There was a line that was held from Cumberland Gap, and it arced from the Cumberland Gap to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and then arced on to the Mississippi River there in Columbus, Kentucky. In the east, Cumberland Gap area, you have Battle of, in the east you have Felix Zollikofer. In central Kentucky, you have, there we go, I got it boarded. You have, there it is, let's look at some rules here. You have Albert Sidney Johnson, and then in the west you have General Leonidas Polk, right? And so, Battle of Perryville, Kentucky, and Braxton Bragg, and so early on you have the loss at Columbus Belmont, right? Ulysses Grant, I believe. And you also, in late 61, in early 62, you have a loss at Mill Springs in the east, where General Felix Zollikofer gets killed. And you also have, so then you also have Ulysses Grant coming down at the battles of Forts Henry and Donaldson there, around the Tennessee border, still in Kentucky mostly. And so Albert Sidney Johnson in central Kentucky moves into Tennessee, and then down around Shiloh Church House, you have the Battle of Shiloh, which Albert Sidney Johnson's killed. And so the summer of 62, Braxton Bragg brings the Army of the Tennessee, I believe, back into the state of Kentucky, right? And also at the Battle of Shiloh, the Confederate governor of Kentucky is killed, George Washington Johnston, which is a odd one, right? And so, they install the governor of Kentucky, Richard Halls, the second Confederate governor of Kentucky, there in Frankfort. You had the Battle of Richmond, which was a huge win for the Confederacy. That was Kirby Smith, right? Edmund Kirby Smith. About 90% Union casualties in that one. And so you have Don Carlos Buell in his army, and Braxton Bragg operating in the same area. And in October 8th, 1862, after a long summer of a drought where both soldiers were looking for water, and they start skirmishing, and it turns into the Battle of Perryville. It's most noted because you had two of the really, I don't want to say inept, but they came down through history that way. They were just, whether it's Don Carlos Buell or Braxton Bragg, they're just overly cautious. Bragg, even when he gets a victory, Jefferson Davis has complete confidence in him, and even when he gets a victory, like at what was that in Georgia, Carajo. and he can't follow it up. So he can't follow it up in Tennessee and Lookout Mountain and whatnot. All right. Chickamauga. Chickamauga is the battle in Georgia. I knew I would forget. I wouldn't forget that. So, and this here becomes the biggest battle this state had, right? And let's look at. I just want to give you a little bit of background, since that's one of my areas that I know a little bit about. Combat. Let's see if we can have a. Anyhow. Cavalry withdrawal table. Let's look at some of these tables here. I don't see a combat results table, bombardment table, reorganization table, cavalry withdrawal table. Yeah, Don Carlos Buell, I believe, was relieved of command after this because he, it was both sides claimed victory, but it really wasn't a victory for anybody. The Union, though, that would be the one that got the most out of it. Let's look at the map here. That's what the map looks like. This is from Wargamer Magazine, number 30. And so, wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's look at that. Map's okay. I don't know. Map's okay. It's all right. It's nothing. Looks kind of weird, right? When you look it out, it's kind of odd, but nothing too. It's all right. 1984 map. You know, I'm not gonna say it's horrible. I'm not gonna proclaim it great either. All right. Let's look at some counters here. I'm assuming, like any other game on the Battle of Perryville, it's going to be double-sided counters, some of them. They're okay. It's just half-inch counters. NATO symbols look like. It's all right, man. You know, it's functional, I guess. Guess it's all got to be. That is. All right. That's just counters. They ain't great. They ain't terrible. And there it is. You know, maybe I'll get around to playing it. And really, games like this, you're going to just kind of end up in almost a push, right? They're just not going to be. I don't find games like this fun playing with an opponent. If you want to study it, I say solo it. And they say it does solo good. And I didn't see any. Look at that. Simulations Canada. That's some good stuff. I didn't see a movement. What is here? Charts and tables. Playing the game. Alright. You have a movement phase. Alright, so the movement phase. Reorganization phase, bombardment phase, combat phase. Yep. All right. That's it. I don't think nothing special. Richard Berger drew it. Wow. I don't think it's nothing special, but it's interesting because it's not a well-known battle, right? All right, folks. I'll talk to you soon. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.